Welcome to Gun News Review. New Jersey's Attorney General is going after the makers of so-called ghost guns. His office sent out warning letters to the manufacturers telling them the unregistered guns are illegal in New Jersey and that if they don't stop within 15 days, they will be subject to legal action. The warning came as New Jersey lawmakers pursue a formal ban on the sale of parts used to make the guns. The letter was aimed at companies advertising online for the sale of unregistered and unserialized firearms, constructed at least in part by the purchaser. Also in New Jersey, a disabled Iraqi war vet says he feels like he's fighting again, this time at home for the right to bear arms. 40-year-old Leonard Cottrell Jr. tells NewJersey.com he was at work about a month ago when he got a call from his wife that two troopers were at his Millstone home. Cottrell says his wife was told by the troopers his 13-year-old son had made a comment at school about the Millstone Middle School security, and the troopers wanted to confiscate Cottrell's firearms as part of their investigation. Cottrell owns a shotgun and a pistol and says he has all the correct permits to own the firearms. He says his wife allowed the officers to enter the home and, with her permission, searched his son's room, but they didn't find any guns. Cottrell says he was able to work out a deal with the troopers to keep his guns at a location outside the home until their investigation continued. A Massachusetts congresswoman has drafted a bill to prevent people convicted of animal cruelty charges from owning firearms. Democrat Catherine Clark says her new bill seeks to close a loophole that allows those convicted of animal cruelty to have guns. She cites studies suggesting that many victims of domestic violence delay leaving or remain in abusive situations out of fear for what may happen to their pets. Federal law prohibits individuals convicted of a felony from having firearms, but Clark says many states prosecute animal abuse as a misdemeanor offense. A March for Our Lives rally is back on for this weekend in Utah after the organization sponsoring the rally lost its original venue. The rally will be held Saturday, June 14th at the Mountain America Expo Center in Sandy. The new location was found after the company that owns the Megaplex theaters in South Jordan canceled the event, saying it could escalate into a situation requiring extra security. A panel discussion is slated between Parkland, Florida high school students and Utah students. March for Our Lives, which is pushing for stricter gun laws, says it's working with the Utah Shooting Sports Council as well as Republican lawmakers to find common ground. You're listening to Gun News Review. The city of Louisville, Kentucky has approved an ordinance tightening restrictions on where a gun can be fired. The mayor and town alderman approved the ordinance this week, which prohibits firing a gun within the length of a football field of homes on public or private land without permission from the landowner and adjacent landowners. It is also illegal to shoot firearms within 100 yards of public parks, schools, churches, and public roads or right-of-way. City officials say the decision in favor of public safety was made after numerous complaints about people firing guns outside of homes. Ahead of a big gun show this weekend, a San Diego gun ownership group has issued a challenge in response to what it says is misinformation about legal gun owners. The San Diego County Gun Owners Political Action Committee says it will pay $10,000 to anyone who can show proof they bought a machine gun or assault weapon at the Crossroads of the West gun show at the Del Mar Fairgrounds this weekend. The group says legal gun owners have been demonized as criminals, and gun show opponents have spread lies in an effort to shut down the show. They say an example of the misinformation is that people can buy illegal firearms at the gun shows, such as machine guns, and also avoid background checks and waiting periods. The New York Daily News reports that public advocate Letitia James says she'll investigate the NRA's nonprofit status in New York if she's elected state attorney general. James told the newspaper that the NRA has an office in New York State, and she would investigate to see whether or not they have complied with the state's not-for-profit laws. An NRA attorney responded to the pledge, pointing out that there are no indications the NRA has broken any laws, and that James's promise will only be a taxpayer-funded fishing expedition. You've been listening to Gun News Review, comprehensive and concise.